Okay,
Okay.
guys, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna get going.
All right. The May 28th Westfield Washington School Board of Trustees meeting is now in session. Since we have a quorum, please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, this evening, we do not have any public comments, so we will move ahead. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the consent agenda. The consent item in tonight's agenda includes personnel report, which has been reviewed by the board in advance of the meeting. At this time, I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there a second to the motion?
Second. Rebecca.
Okay, thank you. It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion or any questions? All right, hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion passes. Thank you. Next on the agenda is an item for business and operations, is the approval of the Westfield High School boys soccer team overnight camp, which Brian Michael will present.
Yep. So our Westfield High School boys soccer team will be traveling to Columbus, Ohio to attend the 2024 OSU Team Camp, June 21st through 23rd on 2024. The team will travel with 3 Westfield coaches and be transported by school vehicles. They will be staying at a hotel near the OSU campus. The trip cost for them is $200, which includes the hotel and tickets to a Columbus Crew soccer game. And then the cost of the camp was $5,000 for the team, which they raised through their fundraising efforts. So we'd ask that you approve the overnight field trip.
Excellent. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Westfield High School boys soccer overnight trip as presented. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the Westfield High School boys soccer team overnight camp. Is there any discussion or any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion passes. All right, now we'll move to policy updates, which Dr. Atha will present.
Thank you, Mrs. Willis. Members of the board, as everyone is aware, hopefully, we have recently undertaken an updating of all of our board policies. And so, you know, as things go, the legislative session, they made some changes to laws that impacted 4 policies that we have already updated and been approved. So we're asking, we can do it however the board likes, but we're asking, since these are basically just associated with new laws from the legislative process, that the board go ahead and approve those changes in a read tonight. If you wanted more time, obviously we can do that, but not our typical first, second read since we just reviewed those. And the 4 policies are A300, responsible use of technology. So we added a reference to artificial intelligence. It also incorporates the 2024 case law on employee social media accounts. B150, which is organization. It was an optional deletion of the obsolete language on safe deposit boxes and fees for meeting notice, which is now all typically handled electronically. B200 membership incorporates 2024 case law on board members' social media accounts. And then finally, C175 is student attendance, academic engagement, and truancy prevention policy, and again, it just incorporates, there's new legislation in 2024, and so this policy then just updates so it's in compliance with that legislation. So we would recommend that the board approve these changes and updates to those 4 policies.
Thank you. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the policy updates as presented.
So moved.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the policy updates. Is there any discussion or any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion passes. Thank you. The final item on the agenda is the first reading of the 2024-25 student handbooks from Dr. Atha.
Thank you, Mrs. Willis and board members. So we have our handbook updates. This would be, we try to handle these like policies, so this would be considered the first read, and then in our June meeting, we would ask then the board to update those. So we present those handbooks to you, and there was a summary of the primary changes that we've made to those handbooks. We're trying to do some things where we align them across the district, especially again with the new laws on truancy and electronic devices. We've also, over the course of the last couple years, the state has adopted some law on curriculum materials, but we're going to still charge some student fees. So we're trying to update those, the handbooks, to outline that process clearly for our parents as well. And then there are some just other minor changes that have been made in the handbooks. I appreciate our assistant principals and those folks in our schools who reviewed this, and then also Stacy Lukey in the business department went through some things and helped us update those as well. So, and then Stacy Pratt, and Zach Blazier, who are on the point for making the changes, and then when they go live, making sure they're correct. So this is just a first read, no action tonight, but I did, if there are any questions about any of those updates, or if there's anything that you want us to look at before the June meeting, we would be happy to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Atha. We'll reach out if we have any questions. All right. Our next regular board meeting will be June 11th at 6:30 p.m. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.